So my first question is for Emily.
Okay.
Emily, you said that I heard you say in a recent interview, I read that you said in a recent interview that you hope that the experience that your character is having, Melanie is having, is a guide for young people. How do you see what she's experiencing of changing the narrative around young single mothers?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily, I don't know about it being a guide, only because, Nomi has certain privileges as a college student that not everyone watching the show has. So I don't know if she's necessarily a guide, but I do feel really happy about the fact that we're getting to see a new face of what it means to be a single mom in college. And it's not always like, the lady who's married with white picket fence type of thing. So I hope that anyone who is dealing with being a single mom in college at least can watch the show and have moments here and there where they're like, I know what that's like. I know how that feels. I know how hard it is to find childcare and have to go to class. And if anyone can feel less alone in any way, then that makes my heart happy.
So has this experience made you more excited about being a mom or a little more nervous about being a mom?
I don't know. I kind of like in my mind divorce Nomi from my life in a lot of ways because we're so different in so many ways. So I don't know if it's affected my feelings about motherhood.
Thank you.
Wait. I know when I see a man suffering. Heidi broke my heart when she dumped me too. This is about Jazz.
It's not about Jazz. This is definitely about Jazz.
Mind hitting my back?
Vivek, I'm not rubbing lotion on your back, man. Yo, why are you even here? Shouldn't you be back in Cali after your little drug bust?
Actually, I'm good. I got that lawyer who defends all the revenge porn dudes. Awful person. Definitely going to hell. Definitely gets results. Anyway, he told me since I'm not a flight risk and I paid such a high bond to enjoy my downtime before my court date when we show them how justice is served. So for now, come on, a quick toast to doing us.
So Jordan, in our society, we love the lovable bad boy, right? We like the celebrity or that lovable gangster, whether it's Tony Montana to Nino Brown, right? But we're also in a cancel culture. Do you think people want to see you get your comeuppance, or do you think they want to see you kind of figure out a way to skate out of this whole situation?
I mean, for a TV show, I bet they want to see it come up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as interesting if he just whatever he gets away with it and just disappears. You know what I mean? So as someone who watches TV, someone who's doing something they shouldn't be doing, I want to see him get punished for it, right? But then as having gotten to know a character, maybe like Vivek, fans of Vivek and stuff like that, they want to see him be able to find his way out of it, right? So that's kind of what I would hope that the audience is looking at. If I'm watching a different show, I'm trying to be unbiased as the guy who plays Vivek.
So in your history, have you always kind of gotten away with it?
Have I gotten away with it? I haven't. I think I got in trouble maybe 3 times when I was a kid. So I didn't get away with none of those things. Let me tell you that much.
Right, definitely. I think we're all there. And so, Chloe, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
And so, I think that there's some parallels between being an athlete and being in your real life, an actor, singer, that it's tough to find that balance. Mm-hmm. Can you identify with the fact that your character maybe at times feels overwhelmed?
Actually, I can. The thing is, with what I do and with what Jazz does, it's not easy. But the thing with me and Chloe and what I do, I love it. So it's like the good kind of always outweighs the bad. And I'd be lying and saying, oh, I'm never overwhelmed and I never have stresses, but we're all human beings. And, when crunch time kind of starts to happen, sometimes you beat yourself up. Sometimes you think you're not good enough. Sometimes you're just stressing and worrying about how things will come together. But I feel like if you love something enough, you will kind of look past that. So yes, there are things that are very overwhelming, but I'm grateful for every bad, every stressful, and every good moment.
So obviously mental health is a part of the narrative of your story arc this season.
Yeah.
How important is it to have a space to really talk about mental health?
It is incredibly important to have a space to talk about mental health, because if you don't get it out, you'll kind of just drive yourself crazy internally. And, you know, when the pandemic kind of happened, I even kind of had to learn to have a better outlet and a better way of communicating my inner thoughts so that I don't drive myself crazy internally. And, you know, I think it's so important for someone to have someone to talk to, whether it's a therapist or a family member, because a lot of times we're not mentally mature enough to handle all of these issues on our own. And it's okay to lean on someone else, and it's okay to ask for help. And, you know, for me, being who I am, I have done that as well. And I'm really proud of Jazz. And, you know, she's struggling and finding her own identity, you know, being not in a relationship and not with her sister because she's in Tokyo. So she's really trying to figure out who she is. And I'm really proud of her because it's a very uncomfortable place to be.
Right. Diggy, really quickly, I saw your "Don't Text Your Ex," right? It was hilarious, by the way. Is that really you, or is that you now? Were you always that guy, or is that kind of how you've matured to be that guy?
What guy specifically? What about that piece?
You were very caring and very supportive and just a good guy. You really come off as a good guy, but I still, you're a New Yorker. I still feel like you got some of that bad boy in you.
Oh man. Well, I mean, you know, the parents that I have, you know, I'm used to seeing them care for each other. I'm used to seeing them, you know, give each other what they need and taking those things into consideration. So I feel like it's a big part of my family unit to kind of have that thing there internally. Obviously, when you're growing up, you're met with different challenges and you meet different people, go through different things. But it's been really important for me to keep that foundation as I grow.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Darren.
Thank
I'll pull you
you.
out.